gentlemen, the Vice President of the United States.
Well, good evening, everyone. I bring greetings from the President of the United States, and on behalf of President Donald Trump, it will be my great privilege to administer the oath of office to the next Secretary of Education for the United States of America, Betsy DeVos. Betsy, you're here tonight because of the support of so many people, most especially your family, including your husband, Dick, your wonderful children and their families, many of whom are with us today, and it's a joyful scene from where I'm standing. So we're glad you could be here to share this moment as a family. On a personal note, I'm also glad that the school teacher I've been married to for 31 years, my wife, Karen, is with us tonight. Thank you for being here, Dan. President and I couldn't be more grateful to the Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell and all the Republican senators who supported your nomination. We're particularly pleased that tonight we're joined by the chairman of the Senate Health, Education, Labor and Pensions Committee, Senator Lamar Alexander. Thank you for being with us for this historic occasion in the life of our nation. Now, this evening is historic really for two reasons. First, because in Betsy DeVos, I truly believe our country will have a Secretary of Education who is already one of the foremost advocates for children in the United States. Betsy, you grew up watching your father build a business and your family build a good name. You had a strong foundation in your life that it's allowed you to thrive and to build a family of your own and a national reputation. I know you were raised to believe that to whom much is given, much will be required, and throughout your life, you've given back to your community, to your state, and to your country. For nearly 3 decades, you and your family have devoted your time, your talent, and your treasure to ensuring that every child in America has an opportunity at a better life and a world-class education. Students in your home state of Michigan and across America have benefited from your commitment to fostering educational innovation and real and meaningful choice for families. President Trump and I know that you will bring the same compassion and care for America's children to the federal government as our new Secretary of Education. Few issues are of greater importance to this administration. You know, wherever an American child gets an education, whether it's a public school, a private school, a parochial school, charter, or even at home, the President has charged you and is confident that you're going to do everything in your power to ensure that every student, whatever their circumstances, has access to a great school and to a world-class education. No longer will our kids be trapped in too many public school systems that are too concerned with the status quo instead of student success. And we're grateful for your leadership and stepping forward. Now, we also made history today in one other way, and that's gotten some particular notice. Never before has a vice president been called upon to cast a tie-breaking vote for a cabinet nominee. When I cast my first vote in the United States Senate, though, I wasn't just voting for you. Having seen your devotion to improving the quality of education for some of our most vulnerable children across the nation for so many years, I was also casting a vote for America's children. And I can tell you, my vote for Betsy DeVos was the easiest vote I ever cast. So, on behalf of President Trump, it is my honor and privilege to administer to you the oath of office. So please place your left hand on the Bible, raise your right hand, and repeat after me. I, Elizabeth DeVos, do solemnly swear.
I, Elizabeth DeVos, do solemnly swear.
That I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States. Against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
Against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same.
That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same.
That I take this obligation freely.
That I take this obligation freely.
Without any mental reservation.
Without any mental reservation.
Or purpose of evasion.
Or purpose of evasion.
And that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties.
And that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties.
Of the office upon which I am about to enter.
Of the the office upon which I am about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, everybody.
So we are one team, and it gives me great pleasure and privilege to introduce the new secretary who will lead our team very, very well, Secretary DeVos. Thank you.
Well, good afternoon. Thanks for gathering or for taking a few minutes to tune in from your offices around the department, and thank you for your welcome. I've been eager to get here and meet everyone, and as Phil said, we had a great tour this morning of the other two buildings, and I look forward to doing the same here this afternoon. I'm guessing you already know, but my name is Betsy, and I'm here with you, alongside you, to serve our nation's students. We here at the Department of Education are fortunate to join an incredible array of parents, teachers, educators, and school leaders to serve all of America's students. And it's such a pleasure to finally be here, and I'm really pleased that my husband Dick could join today too. He's been an amazing partner for nearly 38 years, and in the past weeks has been unfaltering in his support and encouragement. I'm so grateful for him and for my family. Thanks, hon. This is a humbling and exciting opportunity to serve. Let me start simply by saying thank you to each of you, those here in the department and those across the country who work to make education better. Let me specifically note and thank Phil Rosenfeld. You all know Phil, you just heard from him. I've quickly learned he's a well-respected and familiar face around here. And as he mentioned, his service predates the Department of Education. While Phil and I met just a short time ago, I know he has done an outstanding job as acting secretary. Phil was gracious enough to join me this morning, and I'm grateful for his steady leadership these past 2 weeks, and that of the entire Department of Education transition team who've all joined on stage here. Let's thank all of them. The work of the department during this transition is a testament to Phil's selfless leadership and long-standing commitment to the department's mission. Again, thank you, Phil, and thank you, transition team. Americans have tremendous respect for all those within and outside of these walls who work to make more opportunity available through better education. So let's turn now to recent headlines. There's no need to pull any punches. For me personally, this confirmation process and the drama it engendered has been a bit of a bear. In all seriousness, for many, the events of the last few weeks have likely raised more questions and spawned more confusion than they have brought light and clarity. So for starters, please know I'm a door-open type of person who listens and speaks. I'm here to serve with you. I'm committed to working with everyone and anyone from every corner of the country, from every walk of life, from every background, and with those who supported my nomination and those who did not, to protect, strengthen, and create new world-class education opportunities for America's students. Let's acknowledge, we've just come through one of the most bruising, divisive elections in modern times, and that's okay. We people are resilient. Often the morning and evening news cycles make it hard what might unite our nation. The rhetoric and the words can get hot and heated, and the animosity often seems unending. And that's okay too. People are passionate and moved by deeply held views. We are a pluralistic culture, and we must celebrate our differences. But all of us here can help bring unity by personally committing to being more open to and patient toward views different than our own. A key to our nation's unity and future is resident in the DNA of the Department of Education. It is in who we serve, the rising generation. Every child in America is born with innate curiosity, and each is brimming with potential. Sometimes as students, they gather in classrooms, sometimes in hallowed lecture halls, sometimes in their home classroom, or sometimes in nature itself. Some are non-traditional students, some seem traditional, but each one holds special, unique, and amazing promise. Together, we have a noble and consequential mission to serve. There is no greater achievement in the world than positively changing the life of a child by bending the arc or breaking the cycle through education. This is what motivates me. This is why education, as a lifelong pursuit, is my passion. And I know this is a passion we share. From students who may be struggling, to hardworking teachers who feel stifled, special needs students and families to whom we owe our full support, and leaders and administrators seeking clarity and evidence-based solutions. The department has a complex population to champion. Even though I'm a grandmother, since this is my first day, I know I'm the newbie and I have a lot to learn. I pledge to listen and learn from you and from stakeholders around our country. I hope to earn your trust and confidence as we work together. I firmly believe we can genuinely unite around a commitment to the rising generation. And let's make this deal. I will challenge all on how and why we've done things a certain way. But I will listen to each of you on your ideas for how we can do better for students. You are professionals whom I respect. In building strong teams, embracing diversity and inclusion are key elements for success. Diversity may be viewed as cliché, but I believe that getting to know, working with, befriending, and including people who are different from ourselves is enriching and expanding. And if we model it ourselves, how much easier will it be to encourage students to do the same? In addition to modeling inclusion and a love of lifelong learning, the department also has a unique role in protecting students. We believe students deserve learning environments that foster innovation and curiosity and are also free from harm. I'm committed to working with you to make this the case. The obstacles between our nation's students and their pursuit of excellence can all be overcome. They're human problems. All too often, adult issues can complicate and get in the way of a focus upon those we serve. The good news is we can all work together to find solutions and make them happen. I'm reminded of the ancient counsel to act justly, to love kindness, and to proceed with humility. No matter your outlook, I'm betting we can all agree that acting justly, being compassionate, and moving forward humbly on behalf of the future of our nation, America's students, is a good place to start. So I ask every educator, every parent, everyone involved in educating our nation's students, and all of us here, let us set aside any preconceived notions, and let's recognize that while we may have disagreements, we can and must come together, find common ground, and put the needs of students first. And when we do disagree, let's set an example by being sincere and honest, passionate but civil, while never losing sight of our shared mission. To everyone on this team, my challenge to you is simple. Think big, be bold, and act to serve students. And I will promise you this. Together, we will find new ways in which we can positively transform education. It's day one for me, but it's simply the next day in this department's history to pursue its mission. I'm ready to work with you. Let's get started. Thank you.